Hey, what's up, YouTube? This is, as you know, I'm Steven here with the Collector Store again. This is my friend Jeff here. Both really excited for the Blue Eyes White Dragon deck.
Finally playable.
Yeah, finally. So what we're doing here is we're going to do a deck profile of his deck, and we're going to go through the structure deck with you. And so that way you can kind of see what we think about it. I've been playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Since probably, MRL. I know you've been playing for a long time.
I started when it started, and then I got out of it for a few years and got back into it. So.
Yeah, so take our advice, and we hope you enjoy the deck. This deck's really good. And of course, we have it on sale at our shop, collectorstore.com, for $9.99. So,
buy it.
Yeah, buy 3. It's going to be worth it.
I bought 4.
Yeah, I know we got in cases of it. So the first card in the deck is Blue Eyes White Dragon.
Boss monster.
Yeah, it goes without saying, obviously, run 3 of them, but, you know, should have some laying around. The real beauty is the new Synchro Monster. If you can't read the effect on the camera, it says takes 1 tuna, 1 or more non-tuna normal monsters. When this card is special summoned, dragon-type monsters you currently control cannot be targeted or destroyed by card effects until the end of the turn, or until the end of the next turn. Once per turn during your standby phase, you can target 1 normal monster in your graveyard, special summon that target.
So basically you go him, you get a Blue Eyes, you can't be hurt, you can attack safely, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, so you just make sure to save the special summon him last, so that way your Dragon's Order in the field will be safe and go for the win. The other really anticipated card is Maiden with Eyes of Blue. She's kind of a key to any abuse with blue eyes.
And she's beautiful. You draw a completely dead hand, and you have 1 of her. You put it down. Chances are your opponent's going to take at least 1 turn to get over that.
Yeah, at least. And I mean, if they're going to try to use a card to get rid of her, it's a 1-for-1, but her ability is going to give you a +1, so it's being egg. If they try to attack her, she's going to save herself.
Yep.
So if you don't know her, she's a 1-star spellcaster tuna light. Says when this card is targeted for an attack, negate the attack, and if you do, change her battle position. Then you can special summon 1 Blue Eyes White Dragon from your hand, deck, or graveyard. During either player's turn, when a card or effect is activated that targets her, you can special summon 1 Blue Eyes from your hand, deck, or graveyard. So no matter where the Blue Eyes is, you're going to get it. You can only use this effect once per turn. That's really all you need.
Yeah.
And then you special summon with her because she's a tuner for the Synchro Monster.
And generally, if you want to get Azure Eyes, you're going to summon her and target her with your own card effect, but still worth it.
Yeah, still worth it. The next card is Dragon Shrine. It's basically a Foolish Burial for dragons.
It clears your deck of 3 cards. You go target a normal, send Whitestone, get your Blue Eyes. Your deck is down 3 cards. You just added a card to your hand. You negated nothing.
Yeah, and if you do end up having to send a normal monster, you get to send another one. So the combos could be really good. Like I could see someone using a Dark Normal Dragon and a Light, send them both to the grave, BLS.
Tried it.
Or
Yep,
Chaos Dragon. Yeah. So this is going to be a really hot card as well.
Yeah, the best thing, it doesn't read what kind of card it is until it's in the grave. So you can send a Gemini Dragon. It's going to read it once it's in the grave. Then you send another dragon. Yeah. If you're wanting to do a Gemini Dragon build.
Yeah. So possibilities are endless. Alright, now we're going to get to some more of the filler cards in the deck. Little joke Konami liked to play on us.
Rabbi Dragon.
The Rabbi Dragon.
Honestly, I've tried doing a build with nothing but level 8 cards. It's pretty fun. So you're getting them anyways if you want to do that and mess around with it.
Yeah, and I mean, like, to be honest, it's only 50 less attack than Blue Eyes.
And it's got 2,900 defense.
Yeah.
So
more defense. So, but you know what? That 50 can make all the difference. So
yeah.
So,
Ophion.
So now you have Alexandrite Dragon. Surprisingly, still really good dragon monster despite Rescue Rabbit. Was about $1 card the last time I looked. And just 2,000 attack, normal 4-star monster.
Mini Blue Eyes.
Yeah, pretty much. It's older and yet not as impressive brother, Luster Dragon. I think they did that just because they didn't want to give us 2 Dragonic Dragons.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
I mean, who's not a little nostalgic for Luster Dragon?
Yeah, for the old days. You got Flame Guard. It's
great for the deck.
Yeah.
Special summons just like any other normal.
Yeah, it's a tuner as well, 1-star. So you can still use with Cards of Coincidence, and if you want to foolish it with the new spell card, then you can do it twice. So, Rider the Stormwinds.
The disappointing card.
Yeah, so you think he's disappointing. I actually kind of like him.
Really?
Yeah, I have him in my build. At least I used to. Might have taken him out by now. But I was impressed with him the first time.
Initially he was great.
I thought so. Because, okay, so he's a 1-star dragon tuner. He has 500 attack, 200 defense. You can target 1 dragon type normal monster you control. Equip this monster from your hand or your side of the field to that target. If a monster equipped with this card attacks a defense position monster, inflict piercing damage. If a monster equipped with this card would be destroyed, destroy this card instead. So it's like the very first tuner.
I didn't realize the last part. That's okay.
Yeah, he's like a union tuner. So he can be used with Cards of Coincidence. He's a dragon, so you can foolish him away if you really want to. Although I don't really see the reason why. More importantly, though, what I like about him is the piercing damage.
That is, I mean, that with the anti-destruction effect, he is better than I thought he was. I thought it was just the piercing.
Yeah.
I didn't read him close enough.
Well, to be honest, it wasn't so much as the prevent the destruction part for me. I just really like the piercing damage. Marshmallow, Spirit Reaper, no longer a concern to you because you go for the Synchro monster, and then you can equip him from your hand, and it doesn't matter what defense monster they have, you're going to get over it. And that way you don't have to have a destruction card. Plus, he could still be used as synchro summoning material and Cards of Coincidence, so that could be a dead draw.
True.
If
you're running Cards of Coincidence.
Yeah, like, you might have the deck too full at that point, because you do have the Blue Eyes Maiden and the Whitestone Legend.
Basically, this deck just can run on a ton of different engines, and it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it really is. This is the card Jeff was talking about earlier. Darkstorm Dragon, the Gemini monster. You do miraculously pull off his Gemini effect. He's basically a Heavy Storm if you have a face-up spell trap card, which is great for a card that we're going to be showing later on. But more importantly, though, he's dark.
Yep.
So you can actually use.
Throw one of him in. You throw 1 BLS in. You got your deck.
You have so much stuff that's going to send your dragons from your deck to the graveyard. It's going to be pretty consistent without that many dark dragons.
And plus, if you're throwing him and a BLS in, you got 2 level 8s, 2 more targets for trade-in, should you need to use it.
Yep, exactly. I'm going to get to what I think are really lesser things. What's it called? Kaiser Glider.
One of my old favorite cards, but I don't know why they put it in.
Yeah, no idea. But Light Dragon 6-star. This card cannot be destroyed by battle with a monster that has the same attack. And if he's destroyed and sent to the graveyard, target 1 monster on the field, return that target to the hand. Heretic Dragon of Tanif. Tefnuit. I don't play Heretics.
I do.
Yeah, he does. I don't. I don't know as much about him. Basically, he's like a Cyber Dragon.
He's a Cyber Dragon, but he can't attack the turn he's summoned. It really only works well if you're running a Hieratic deck. You're going to special summon him, tribute him, go for an Xyz. Usually you're going to blow up if you're getting him out on the field. I don't really see how he would work in a Blue Eyes build since you're running level 8s. But, I mean, he's a Cyber Dragon, so...
Yeah.
It's a good thing they gave it to us. I'm not complaining about that.
Yeah, and I mean, I know one combo, always annoying to me, but he pulls it off all the time. I set a monster, set 2 back row pass, he goes, special summon this guy, and then use Wing Beat. And
which comes in the deck.
Yeah, and Heavy Storm my side of the field. So, and then just resummon him again. We've got Mirage Dragon. Fun 4-star. Yeah.
Now I wanted to look at the Blue Eye structure at the box and back up.
We're actually doing a video on that right now.
Is that your boxes over there?
Yeah.
Can I grab one of the boxes?
Yeah, you
just take one of the boxes.
Yeah. So. All right. So.
Like they used to be like weird creatures.
Yeah. So we got Mirage Dragon next.
They're predators.
See, we actually have 2 people looking at it right now.
That's how popular it is. You can't get away from it.
You can't get away. Man, ain't that the truth? Alright, so we got Mirage Dragon. When it attacks, or during the battle phase, your opponent can activate traps. Yay for protection, 69 attack light monster. I think it's too slow.
It is. If you're running some weird level 4 Blue Eyes Xyz deck, you might be able to make it work, but I don't see why you'd try that hard.
Yeah. I mean, especially with the Synchro monster, you're probably going to go for the Synchro summoning anyway, and you won't need to worry about that. Divine Dragon. Apocalypse. It's a 4-star Dark Dragon. Once per turn, you can discard 1 card, then target 1 Dragon-type monster in your graveyard. Add that target to your hand. 1,000 attack to 2.
Basically, like we've been saying, the Chaos build's really popular. If you're going to be playing the Chaos build, that can work for you.
Yeah. Let's see here. White Stone of Legend. Okay, this goes without saying.
You're going to have it in the deck unless you're running something weird.
Yeah, when it's sent to the graveyard, add 1 blue eyes to your hand. Mandatory effect, so don't have to worry about it. Kaiba Man, another blast from the past. Back in the day, he used to be really fast, but yeah.
Now he's kind of medium.
Yeah, they put that in just for fan service. Herald of Creation, not bad. 4-star Light Spellcaster. Once per turn, you can discard 1 card, then target 1 level 7 or higher monster in your graveyard, and add that target to your hand. 1,800 attack.
Okay, kind of.
If you throw in a Dark Arm Dragon, like if you're gonna try to run that.
Yeah, if you're playing the Chaos build, I can see why that'd be a really good thing.
Black Luster Soldier, yeah. But yeah, with the blue eyes, you're gonna bring him out with so many other things.
And actually, yeah, if you're doing that, you have White Stone in hand, you're plussing off it. That's not bad.
Yeah. I mean,
all spells gain devour.
Alright, that's good.
Yeah.
Didn't even know that was in there.
Yeah, I mean, you probably won't end up using it. You probably won't have enough space. But if you want to try it, go for it. Kaiser Seahorse, yeah.
The even slower Kaiba Man.
Yeah, just fan service. Honest, I personally...
You can fit it in the deck.
I mean, I really don't see a reason why you shouldn't. It's a finisher, and it's a protector in so many ways. They gave us 2 Shining Angels. Not really sure why. I guess search for Honest and hope they don't attack it and then bounce it to your hand. I don't know. They gave you 2 of them though. Enjoy them. Silver's Crime.
Why did they make this comment? Can somebody explain this to me on the video comments? Just type that in there. Yeah, I don't understand it.
No idea. It's a quick play spell card that allows you to special summon 1 dragon type noble monster in your graveyard. And you can only play 1 of these attacks.
You want to troll, you set it, your opponent blows up their entire field, goes into battle phase, activate that, they can't do any damage to you.
Yeah, bring back blue eyes. And I mean, it's so combo-ish. Like, you could go for Alexandrite Dragon.
Yep.
You could go for the Darkstorm Dragon, which we mentioned because it's a normal in the graveyard, the Gemini. There's so many combos with this card, and the fact it's a quick play spell makes it better than Monster Reborn. The only problem is that it's specific.
Yeah, I mean, it's the best card that's going to be in your deck, in my opinion. It's better than Maiden, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's really good. It's almost like a Book of Life for zombies.
Yeah.
Bloodstream of Destruction. Again,
potentially awesome, but you're probably not going to have it in your deck. I mean, being able to Raigeki, you can't hate on that.
The only thing I can think of, and this is the only thing, is with this card you might not need the piercing guy, the Tuna Union guy. And what you can do is you can go Maiden with blue eyes, target her with something, get out of Blue Eyes White Dragon, Bloodstream of Destruction, Synchro Summon. Because it says if you control Blue Eyes White Dragon, destroy all monsters your opponent controls. Blue Eyes White Dragon cannot attack the turn you activate this card. So
yeah, you're not gonna have blue eyes on the field anyways. Yeah, good play.
So that's the only potential I see with it. Only thing is that it could be a dead draw.
Very often.
Yeah, I mean, and the fact is that you might end up with blue eyes in the field and you want to attack them anyway. But I mean, pop the monsters. It is a Raigeki. And you really are just sacrificing 1 monster's attack, and he may not even be on the field. It could see potential. We might see it someday. Stamping Destruction. It is an MST that you can only use with dragons in the field, and you deal your opponent 500. And it's a normal spell.
So if you're playing against a really back row heavy deck, side some of those in, I guess.
Yeah. Well, I would side in Wing Beat of the Dragon instead. Especially with, again, Maiden. Get at Blue Eyes, bounce Blue Eyes back with this card. Or heck,
use Trading.
Yeah. Or let's make it even more broken. Use Maiden, search for Blue Eyes from the deck, Buzz Stream of Destruction, Ring Beat, Trade in. And all that takes.
And then your opponent rage quits because that combo will never work.
Yeah, so if you don't know what it does, we turn one level 5 a higher dragon type monster you control to your hand, heavy storm the field.
Broken in hieratics.
Yeah. Trade-in, the highly sought after trade-in, was a $5 common, probably still will be after this printing. Just discard one level 8 monster, draw 2 cards.
It's my preferred draw engine of the deck.
Yeah. Cards of Confidence. I'm sure there's a lot of people kicking themselves right now who didn't think about this 2 months ago, 3 months ago, because the card's skyrocketing in value right now. The Hollow, last time I looked on TCG Play, was going for about 17.
Oh, wow. I've still got one. Sweet.
Yeah. The commons are going for about 3, 2 to 3. So that's all TCGplayer.com. Just you discard one dragon type tuna monster with 1,000 or less attack, draw 2 cards.
So if you're running 3 Flamvel, 3 White Stone, 3 Rider of Storms, there you go. It's never going to be a dead card in hand.
Exactly. It's almost like a trade-in now for this deck. The not as impressive card, right? Elephant's Gift. This was a short print from, I think, STBL a long time ago. And it's just, you know,
I've spent so much time trying to figure out how I can make that a good card.
Yeah.
You can't do it.
Yeah, I think the last time I tried to make this good, I was trying to run King of the Skull Servants, and I was trying to send a Skull Servant to the graveyard. I mean, I don't know what you're going to do with it.
Yeah.
1 for 1. Pretty sure this is still limited.
It is. You can only run 1, but you probably won't have room to run more than 1 anyways.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't seen this card active since Plants were the meta.
Yeah. Honestly, I think I had one in my deck, and I took it out because you're usually not going to want to discard, even for a Maiden. I mean...
Yeah, I mean, because whatever you're going to do with the Maiden, I mean, it's probably going to be in your hand. Again, unless there's a particular card on the field, which we'll go into later. Yeah, I mean, I guess it's great to send a Blue Eyes from your hand, maybe, and then search for something else.
Level Leader.
You think Level Leader?
Take a level off of Blue Eyes. Sync formula. After you draw a card, sync again to get the Azure Dragon.
The problem is, though, is you have to have the Blue Eyes on the field, which means you're going to have to send something else to special summon the Level Leader.
But it's also unnecessary.
We might. It'll probably see play. Someone will find a combo with it, and it will see play. I just don't use it in mine.
Monster Reborn.
Monster Reborn. Thanks, Konami.
I love how as soon as Monster Reborn got announced in this deck, everybody was talking about the ban list. I'm like, well, they're obviously not going to ban Monster Reborn if it's coming in the deck. Never underestimate Konami.
Yeah, this is Konami trolling us. So,
but hey, you know it's going to come back and you're getting it. So
yeah, I mean, it's still going to be $1 common. So, Dragonic Tactics. An old card from that was first introduced with Legendary Collection 2. See a tribute 2 Dragon type monster, special summon 1 level 8 Dragon type monster from your deck. Yeah, completely unnecessary. It's never gonna see play.
Yeah, I love the card though.
Yeah,
the cool little dragon chess pieces. I mean,
yeah,
it's just nice art to have.
Yeah. Soul Exchange.
I love to troll with this. I just throw it in my hieratics occasionally whenever I go to like local tournaments.
Because why not?
You don't win, but when you get over their BLS by tributing it, worth it.
Yeah. I mean, to be honest, you'd almost rather just play Buzz Stream of Destruction.
I guess I'm done again.
I think.
Oh yeah.
Swords of Revealing Light. Yeah, Maiden can protect herself. She doesn't need this.
Yeah.
Enemy controller.
Although, Swords is better now. I mean, who's going to want to waste an MST on Swords when they might have to waste it on something else later on?
Well, we'll go into that later because I think they'll be saving the MSTs more or less against this deck.
Yeah, they will.
Yeah. Enemy controller. Fun little card. Nice to see it being reprinted. It's $1, so it's like 50 cents to $1.
It's really good in Monarchs?
Yeah.
Monarchs.
Yeah. Frog Monarchs. So, now we're finally going to get to the card that I've been really wanting to talk about. It's called Castle of Dragon Souls. Continuous trap card that basically says that once per turn you can remove from play one dragon type monster from your graveyard to give any target creature plus 700 attack until the end phase or until the end of turn. And then also when it's sent to the graveyard, you get to special summon one of your remove from play dragon type monsters. Now, this has a lot of combos with it, especially with Blue Eyes of Maiden. What I like to do is I like to have her out on the field, wait till the end phase, and then if they didn't do anything to her, activate it. Remove from play something like White Stone of Legend, special summon to Blue Eyes. And then when it's my turn, I can do it again, suddenly I have 2 Blue Eyes on the field along with the Maiden. I really think this card has a lot of potential. I think it makes the deck, but you, on the other
It doesn't
hand,
work with my build specifically because I only run like 15 monsters. So I can't afford to keep banishing and banishing and banishing to use that effect. So I probably won't have the monsters in grave.
Yeah. Well, I mean, with so much stuff though that sends to the graveyard, like
yeah, I could like add in a Foolish plus the 3.
and Dragon's Ravine.
Yeah.
I think that does a lot for it. But I also run Return from a Different Dimension because I love.
If you're running that card, you should run Return. Yeah.
Yeah, because then you can. Then what you ideally will do is you'll eventually remove a Blue Eyes from your graveyard, and that way you can go Return, get out White Stone of Legend, a Blue Eyes, Synchro Summon for the Synchro Monster. Your dragons are invincible. So
if you're playing him and he removes the Blue Eyes, start watching out.
Yeah. Start watching for it. There's a lot of other combos with it. If your opponent's going to MST your side of the field, they're not going to want to randomly pick one anymore because
you can activate in response, remove,
and then you'll get the monster. So that's why MST is not going to be seeing as much play against your deck. They're going to wait to see if you're going to actually activate something like Call of the Haunted, probably, or if they're ready to push. Or if you just set the card that turn, then of course they're going to activate during your end phase because you're not going to be able to activate in response.
And if you're running 3 of those and 3 Silver's Cry, they're never going to MST because they don't want to MST into a Blue Eyes.
Yeah, they'll only MST the stuff you set that turn. So if you're going first, set the important stuff, pass. And then after that, you can start setting the more mediocre stuff because that's what's going to get MST'd. So I think this card has a lot of potential. I really love it. Let's see what else. Oh, another favorite, Phoenix Chain. A good $4 common.
Awesome card.
Yeah, I mean, it's just really overpowered. I actually didn't have enough space in my deck to put it in.
Neither did I.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
it's good because you can target your Maiden with it if you want. Still get the effect.
Yeah. It's true because because when she gets targeted, her effect will activate, and so she'll be Chainlink 2, and so Chainlink 2 resolves first before Chainlink 1, so effect will activate. Then you get your
Not that that's what you'd ideally do with Phoenix Chain, but if it's what you need to do,
yeah. That kind of reminds me of Rescue Rabbit. If they effect fail your Rescue Rabbit, you can respond with Phoenix Chain, and that way you can still use Rescue Rabbit's effect. You might not believe me. Look it up. I had to too.
Doesn't matter anymore. They only have 1.
That's right. It's a dead argument. So yes. So versatile card. Kunai with Chain. Filler. The way I see it. Activate one.
Reminds me of Joey Wheeler, so I'm happy.
Activate one of both of these effects simultaneously. When an opponent's monster declares an attack, target the attacking monster, change it to defense, or target one face-up monster you control, Equip this card to that target against 500 attack. So I guess once again, it allows you to target Maiden or save her.
That's actually cool since you can activate both the effects at once.
Yeah.
That's new wording, isn't it?
Yeah, this is how it always worked, but they reworded it so that way people could understand that's what they meant. Damage condenser.
It's an interesting card to reprint. When
Yeah.
was the last time? Has it ever been a reprint?
No, I accept in like Dark Beginnings, maybe Dark Revelations, but I think it was Dark Beginnings, not Dark Revelations. I actually always liked this card when it was first printed. I always thought someday it would have some sort of potential because you take battle damage and you can activate this card, special summon one monster with attack less than the attack of, or with less attack than the damage that you just took. So basically,
And where do you special summon from?
the deck.
Yeah, so Maiden.
Yeah, again, Maiden.
0 attack. You're gonna get it.
Yeah, the only thing is you cannot activate it if you are taking 0 damage. You have to take at least 1 point of damage in order to search for Maiden. Otherwise, it's not considered battle damage.
0 damage. Who cares?
Well, then you can't activate the card.
But when are you gonna be taking 0 damage?
Like if it was a suicide.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, still not terrible.
Right. So,
It's actually a really interesting card.
yeah. Again, probably won't see meta because there'll be so many other things to do. Like you'd almost rather just play 1 for 1.
Yeah.
That's a lot more versatile, and it's don't even have to take damage for it. Call of the Haunted. I think everyone knows what this does.
I'm still trying to make room for it in my deck. I think it needs to be in the deck.
Yeah.
Because your opponent's in phase, flip it, special summon Azure, all your dragons protected for your entire turn, and during your standby phase you get blue eyes.
That's true.
I need it in my deck.
Yeah, and if they're going to chain MST to it while it's face down, and you already have Azures in your graveyard, bring it out. MST pops the Call of the Haunted, but because it can't be destroyed by card effects, Azure's going to stay.
And it's still protected during your turn.
Yeah. So, okay. All right. I'll see ya. Oh, okay. All right. I thought he was getting a ride home from there. I'm like, why would you do that? Okay. All right. Yeah, so Azuri will stay. So it definitely, I think you should run maybe 2. The only problem is you have to properly special summon first, of course. And beyond that, I guess you're going to get Maiden, maybe a Blue Eyes off of it. But then you just have the quick play spell. So
Another thing is if you're activating during your turn, I run Red Eyes Darkness Metal,
yeah.
flip it, special summon Red Eyes Darkness Metal, then summon Azure.
You know, that's another thing too with Castle of Dragon Soul. Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon.
Get him back.
Yeah, well, you can.
Plus, you're going to be removing from play to summon.
Yeah, exactly. So you remove play for the summoning, and then you can even MST your own castle. Because just has to go to the graveyard. So, combos for days. Alright.
MST's never dead.
Yeah. Compulse. Great card. Shame
Works on Maiden.
Yeah, I mean, got limited to 1. Unfortunately. But they were nice enough to reprint it for us. Anyway. So that's cool. And then this was, I thought was really interesting. Champions Vigilance. Did not see that one coming. It's a quick play. It's a quick play. It's a counter trap that says if you control a level 7 or higher normal monster, when a monster would be summoned or a spell trap card is activated, you can negate the summon or activation, and if you do, destroy it.
Always nice to have solemn warnings, but I don't see anybody playing it.
No, way too inconsistent. Yeah, you might as well play Warning. Or if you really want to, you can play Dark Bribe. I mean, you're not going to be afraid of much spell cards. I mean, the Synchro Monster is going to protect everything. Your opponent's not going to want to destroy your back row. I don't really get it, I guess. Like you said, just another Solemn Warning.
Only time you'd want to activate it is when Azure's getting summoned, and then you won't have a normal monster.
Yeah, and so that's the deck. So now, hope you check out Jeff's profile, deck profile. he's been working on this Blue Eyes deck, so we're going to show that next. Should be really cool. And then I'll show you my build, and I only have mine on Dueling Network though. I know, I'm a noob. I don't have other
I'm missing
cards
3
yet.
cards, so I can't really.
So, yeah, but we'll be showing the match on our YouTube channel. So let's go ahead and check out your deck.